man. Good old Nijisanji. Do you guys miss Nijisanji? I totally miss Nijisanji, guys. Do you guys miss Nijisanji? You guys love Nijisanji? Tell me if you guys love Nijisanji. Nah, yeah, nah, I don't like him either, too. Hi, dude, nah. Well, unfortunately, Rosemi is under flack at this very moment. When are they not in the news? I don't know, tell me about it, to be honest. I feel like I talk about them like almost every single week for some godforsaken reason. Oh my god. Anyways, so let's talk about this. What's Rosemi in flack or so? What's happening here? I haven't seen it,
Today
so
we're
I
taking a
don't
look
know.
over
So
at
I don't know
Nijisanji
much.
images Clara Charmwood because she has addressed a certain group of people that have been going into her chat telling her that she needs to leave Nijisanji and that she deserves better. This is something that we have talked about in the past with people doing it to Aya Amare, who also addressed the situation and said that she's happy with being in the agency because it allows her to continue doing her hobbies. Clara addressed this in a recent stream. Here's the clip.
Before we, start like this spoopy train game, which I'm really excited, there's just one thing I would like to address real quick, okay? It's don't worry, it's not like anything super big or anything like that. It's nothing too serious, but just something I wanted to clarify for sure. All right. So I have been seeing those comments that are just like, Clara, you have potential, quit Nijisanji, and obviously I ignore them. But if it's going to the point where it's gonna make my kojamas, feel awkward, then this is where I'm gonna address it right. No, thank you. I'm really happy where I am. I'm happy being here in Nijisanji. I'm glad to be here. I have people who care about me. I enjoy doing my work. I'm really happy to be here. If your statements are just like, oh, I care about you, you should leave the company, then honestly, just don't come here because your so-called care masked in, I don't know, your opinion masked in that so-called care of yours just makes me uncomfortable. So just stop. Just stop. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say about it. Next time, if I see comments like that, I'm just gonna block them all. All right? Because I am happy where I am. I choose to be here. I choose to be here. I enjoy being here, and I'm happy. Okay?
If I see you taking a break for your mental health, don't come crying. Okay? That's all I gotta say. You know? I'm just letting her talk, I'm just gonna let her talk, right? If I see this person tweet out something about, oh, I need to take a break for my mental health or so, don't come crying, okay? Don't come crying, okay? Don't you must be Stockholm syndrome. I won't. If I see you quit the agency and then I see you commenting or so on your personal Twitter account saying that like it was awful working there, right? I don't want to hear it. I don't. I have no sympathy. So just like Vox, yeah, just like Vox, yeah. So I don't want to hear it. So I expect if she ever like retires from Nijisanji, right? So we care about you. Don't work for Niji or do. I will never work for Nijisanji. After what has happened or so, right? I will never ever join Nijisanji ever. Never. I don't care. I don't care if you pay me $1 million. I will never ever join Nijisanji. I don't care how good the deal is. I would never. I'd rather take my chances with like V Shoujo, Hololive, or Face Connect than get a guaranteed spot in Nijisanji. I'd be like, no, I'm okay. I have more integrity inside myself and more respect for myself than be degraded by some company and using me like a fucking lapdog, basically, or a tool that'd be disposed like really easily. So these are people who care about you. Okay, Clara? These are people who actually care about you because of what happened. Either you're very ignorant and tuning out of what happened this year, or you just don't care. It's just one of the two. That's pretty much about it. So, like, I'm not hating this VTuber, right? I don't hate this VTuber. They decided to choose to be here. That's on their own decision, right? At the end of the day, they're a young adult, right? And if if they want to learn from their mistakes, let them learn from their mistakes at the end of the day. So, wow, Scott Gaming. Oh, thank you for the subscribe, hun. Thank you for coming by or so. You didn't have to do that, hun. She will learn the hard way. Yeah, she'll. It's gonna eventually happen. There's gonna be a boiling point. When this is gonna happen. So, um, yeah, like I said, I'd rather take my chances with the other companies instead of Nijisanji. Nijisanji just has a really bad track record. Why would you want to sign up with a company who has really bad track record? I get it. I understand. You want to continue your VTubing thing, right? But I feel like you're looking at this at a wrong limelight. She wants to continue her VTubing thing, right? So that means she was struggling before she joined Nijisanji. That means she was struggling on trying to get an audience or so for VTubing, right? And if she didn't like get a massive audience or whatever, right, then she would have to work a normal job, So of course, love supporting new people fully, so means all to their other places. Well, you're always welcome to come by as always. Very much appreciate her, so hun. Welcome to the Wiggle Gang. I hope you enjoy my emotes or so, because I have really cute emotes here. So shit rolls downhill, you don't notice while at the top of the hill and pile starts. Yeah, like for me specifically, right? I have a small community, right? But it's not like it's not like it's gonna make me stop VTubing, just because I'm like struggling, right? No, because I enjoy VTubing. I like to entertain people. I like to have fun with people. I stream for a very long time because I enjoy streaming. Maybe I should probably limit myself on streaming, but you want to know something? I have way too much fun time with hanging out with my community. Time flies so fucking fast. I'm always like, holy shit, it's already that late? Fuck, man. Like, I'm just like, damn, I want to spend more time with you guys. So, yeah, it's pretty much is how I see as VTubing. Maybe I should probably learn some constraint, but you know what? It's okay. I just enjoy hanging out with my community. So I love meeting new people in the chat. I always love seeing new people. As long as you give me a chance, at least, like, give me like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of your time. Ask me some questions, all that stuff. So, anyone's welcome to come hang out with me. You just gotta respect the rules. That's it, man. Just treat others how you want to be treated. Be respectful. That's all it is to it. Just use common sense. That's it. But hey, you know what? If she decides wants to stay with Nijisanji, then let her stay at Nijisanji. You know what? But I do not want to hear her. This is the one thing I don't want to say. Go enjoy spending time with us. What's wrong with that, huh, Dark? I need to take less time streaming due to spending too many days recently being 12-hour ones. Yeah, sometimes I'll stream 11 hours sometimes, so sometimes I don't know restraints at times, so I just have way too much time, playing games, talking to chat, singing songs or whatever other shenanigans. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna hate them, right? I'm not gonna hate them. I'm not gonna hate Clara. I think Clara Charmwood is her name or so. I'm not gonna hate them, right? They decided to chose here. They're a young adult. They want to do what they want to do. Well, if you want to make a mistake or so, let them learn from their mistakes. But I do not want to hear this person. I don't want to hear this person tweeting out saying, "Oh, I want to take a break for my mental stability. I'm having, bad stuff or so." Or if this person quits from the agency, right? In order to go on their own personal account and then saying, "Oh man, it was so terrible working at Nijisanji," or whatever other shenanigans, or saying like kind of very like cryptic like stuff behind the scenes or so about Nijisanji. I don't want to hear it, because you want to know something, you get no sympathy points from me. Yeah, you know what you were doing. You got into this company knowing full well of what happened behind the scenes. So I just don't want to hear about it. That's it. That's all it is to it. What is time? I don't even know, to be honest. Even in my world, even in the outer realms, they don't have time there. So yeah, the victim card. Yeah, I have these receipts.
Just ignore them, okay? Just like report, just block and move on. I've had enough. Like, there is a limit, okay? Stop making the people in my chat uncomfortable. All right?
They're not making them uncomfortable. I can clearly tell they're making you uncomfortable because you don't want to do it. Because you're addressing the situation. It's making you uncomfortable. So because you're addressing the situation itself. I don't see anyone in chat specifically talking about it specifically, right? At least to my knowledge, anyways. I don't see where's the receipt or so that there are some people that are uncomfortable about this situation. Where's the receipt? Show me the receipts for it. You're talking a lot. Show me the receipts.
Right? Okay. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. I want to make sure I put my foot down with those matters and stuff. Okay.
These people who are telling you this, they just love you to the point that they care about you, of saying they're wary about you. These are not people who hate you or anything like that. These are people who are wary about you, of like you being in Nijisanji, and Nijisanji has a track record of being a very bad VTuber agency. This is the reason why I don't understand why you're looking at it at this like very bad like limelight or so of the situation itself. I feel like she has a very narrow mindset of looking at things, to be honest. And this is personally like someone I don't personally interact with. So
I don't want, you know, we're all here to have a good time. I don't want you guys to be like, I can ignore it, but if I'm seeing you guys being visibly uncomfortable about it, then I'm gonna do something about it, okay? So
And I'll say pretty much the same thing I said when I addressed the Mari situation, and that is to just leave the talent alone. You don't need to go into their chats and pester them constantly to leave Niji.
yeah, at the end of the day, you don't need to pester them, right? You don't need to pester them about it, right? But like you can like, show your concerns and and stuff like that in other different matters or so. But like, it's just, sometimes there's just a time and a place for certain things. But at the end of the day, I don't want to hear you taking a break or so for your mental. If I see a tweet, coming out from you saying I'm gonna be taking a break or so because of my mentalness or so, I'm gonna be like, well, you got yourself in there, so.
Sanji. If
know
they
what you
want to
signed up
stay,
for.
they want to stay. They are grown adults. They can make that decision themselves. Before we move on, take a look at GamerSup's newest deal.
Yeah, but a lot of these grown adults are so super young. So I'm old. Like I'm super old, right? Like I have more respect and integrity for myself, right? So I know shady shit. If I see some shady shit, right, I'm out. I walk away. I don't bother to participate in that situation itself, right? So, but a lot of these people who sign up for these specific VTuber agencies are young people. They're not really like smart. They don't really know the world as much, right? Compared to yours truly, who has more experience and who is a little bit more wiser. I know a little bit more, so.
Right now, you can get the newest 6.9 waifu cup for free
I guess you can
with
call
the
me a
purchase of
hag,
any
basically.
GamerSup's tub. So make sure to check out the link below and use code KILL at checkout for
Actually, I'm
10%
beyond
off,
hag,
as
to
well
be
as a
honest.
free waifu cup with the purchase of any GamerSup's tub. In other news, though, we have gotten McDonald's releasing official VTuber assets for their hash browns, which
Oh, that's cute. Wait, McDonald's, Japan McDonald's released that's cool. Actually, I do actually like hash browns, to be honest. I haven't had a hash brown in like 10 years, to be honest.
of course, has VTubers using them, such
Or
as
roughly over 10
Nijisanji
years.
English's Rosemi Lovelock, who tweeted out, "I got the hash browns you wanted," and showed her holding up the 2 hash browns.
That's
and now, due to the
cute.
boycott
That's
that
really
McDonald's is
cute.
receiving, we've had people replying to Rosemi and other VTubers using this, saying,
I think we need to give them a bong to get their brains going. Yeah, but Ko is our hag. Hash browns are amazing. I haven't had one. It's because I don't eat fast food anymore. That's why. Because I cook my own meals. So I cook for Mama Azathoth and my own meals. So I learned from Mama Azathoth how to cook. Rosemi, I am sorry. I do love you, but promoting McDonald's means you are supporting Zionism and genocide. I know this isn't your decision, and hopefully you are more than aware with the current situation.
"Rosemi, I am sorry, I do love you, but promoting McDonald's means you are supporting Zionism and genocide. I know this isn't your decision, and hopefully you are more than aware with the current situation." Others addressing the issue saying, "Rosemi, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a huge ongoing boycott of McDonald's and other brands that are complicit in genocide. I urge you to read a bit about it. Please, it's not really great to promote McDonald's like this, especially now." Another
Do I have to make a tier list or so for like McDonald's food now? Do I have to hold a stream or so for like McDonald's tier list now? Because I did one for Starbucks when Scarlett Yanaguni or so was getting harassed or so by her Starbucks thing. Do I have to make one for McDonald's now? Making hash browns is super easy though, worth it. Yeah, I haven't really. Well, I don't really use oil, so that's why. Do it. I need money though, unfortunately, so I need money for it. So
person
the problem is I wanna there's certain things I need to save up or so, unfortunately.
Shared this image saying, just so you know, there's currently a boycott from McDonald's since they are supporting the Palestinian genocide. And it shows some companies here
I would so 100% if I had the money or so, right? Because I would buy like a good chunk of the menu or so for McDonald's, right? And then hold a tier list or so for McDonald's.
like Domino's, McDonald's, Papa John's.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't had McDonald's in like over actually like what? Yeah, almost 10 years, yeah. I was gonna say 5, but I was like, wait a second, hold on, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, 10 years. But I haven't had a hash brown because I used to eat morning. Like I used to get like a hash brown and a sausage McMuffin with eggs or so and a juice before they had smoothies. And that's pretty much about it. So nothing in the world would stop me from getting food from places that are getting canceled or boy. Yeah, it's just like I'm still gonna eat it. Like if I order a pizza from Domino's, I'm gonna order a thing from Domino's, right? And then like from McDonald's, I'll get something from McDonald's. Burger King, no one gives a fuck about Burger King. Okay. Pressured non-boycott targets. What do you mean by non-boycotts? Are you saying like don't boycott them or something, or what are you talking about here? I don't even know, to be honest. See what else is on the list. Yeah, making me want to go get some. I haven't eaten anything, to be honest. Google's on the list and they watch YouTube. Yeah, I know exactly. I was like, wait, isn't like Google like but then like people use Amazon too as well, and then people watch Disney for like some of the Disney Plus stuff, you know? It's just kind of like it's kind of weird, to be honest.
Burger King, Pizza Hut, and I'm sure there's even more that aren't on this list. I know people were boycotting Starbucks and got mad at the Nijisanji VTuber for, you know, eating and drinking at Starbucks before, so
yeah, and I did a tier list or so for Starbucks or so, which is on my channel or so, because of Scarly Naguni was getting harassed or so by it, right? Unfortunately, you know, she was in Japan, right, doing that specifically. But unfortunately, over here they didn't had like cakes or anything like that. Unfortunately, so I just did like a tea or drink or something, a cold drink or so that they had. So I did a tier list. I got most of the stuff on the items, but unfortunately they ran out of stuff for so. I had to come in like super early in order for me to do it, apparently. So, but yeah, all I have to say is it's not that great, to be honest. My stomach actually hurt after a while drinking all that. Cat is on there, the company that makes construction equipment. No, Cat, well, I don't know if that specific logo, right? But I've seen that logo, but that specific logo is for a bus. It's for a bus. That's what it is. It's a bus thing. I don't know if there's something else or so, but it's a bus.
There's definitely more companies that aren't on this picture that people are boycotting and getting mad over. Others in the quote retweet saying, and to remember to boycott McDonald's, and saying the exact same thing as the others are saying, and to continue to boycott McDonald's, and then if you support them, then that means...
now I got lots to do, but was good meeting you. Hope you'll have fun, and the rest of the stream, we'll make sure to come by again soon. Of course, thank you for coming by, Scott. You take care, hun. Thank you for coming by as always. Very much appreciated. So you take care, hun. You be safe, and you're always welcome to come by at any time, hun.
Means to support Zionism and a genocide. Wild to me that people can say that just because you used a VTuber asset or you buy a King hamburger, you support a genocide. Twitter's wild sometimes. And now some other news. We had Millie Parfait of Nijisanji English addressing an issue that she has seen with people, you know, taking something that she said out of context. She's quote retweeting a tweet she made that said, "You're not a failure, you're just in a difficult point in time right now." This tweet had a lot of people making fun of Millie Parfait. Hero Hey made a whole video about this and went over the comments of what people were saying to Millie.
Well, that tweet made its way to a Filipino VTuber group on like Facebook or something, and the comments there are absolutely destroying her. Before we take a look at some of those comments,
I heard about this, and the Filipino people are ruthless towards Millie Parfait, to be honest. I feel like when this isn't on the list, my spicy nuggets are safe.
Here's a little extra context from our Kuro Sanji. This comment reading, "Filipinos are extremely prideful and are patriots to a fault. When we see a Filipino succeed, we're proud countrymen and women. But when you denounce the country like she did in the past, in saying that she's a Canadian and not a Filipino, when she was born and raised in the Philippines, you can be sure as heck the Filipinos will turn on you in a heartbeat. So when the Selen Niji drama happened, it basically broke the restraint. And now she's often called this term, which is used as slang for a beggar, as it came from
Bajao?
Millie begging before her 3D, and a sellout. So Filipinos are either your biggest supporters as a Filipino or your most brutal and hateful critics. Alright, now taking a look at some of the comments in response once again to this tweet right here. "Oh Millie, you don't get to say such things when you blatantly defended your workplace that, I must remind you, you traitor. nearly indirectly murdered 7 different people. Here's some comments breaking that down even further if you'd like to pause. This user making mock quotes, saying, "You're not a failure. I'm just telling management to halt your progress and growth as a VTuber because I hate you." Here's one where someone posts an image of dude pointing back at himself in the mirror, saying, "Millie, be like." Similarly, this comment saying, "Oh, the irony, Millie, the irony." And then we've got another meme coming from someone with the Arlecchino profile pic saying, "Wait, what happened? That's so weird." That meme referencing what Millie had previously said to Selene in regards to the issue she had with Nijisanji in her music video.
Oh, I
Millie
see.
said, "I saw a YouTube video about
see.
this tweet, likely the Hero Hey video, and I just want to address something about this. I've told membership about this in my recent stream that I've been taking therapy to improve myself, and I felt sharing this quote as my therapist told this to me and made me emotional, and wanted to share it to those who needed to hear the same thing. It disappoints me that some people made this narrative that this tweet was twisted in a way that it was related to how I hate my own race. Please stop speculating things and basing whatever you think that fits your narrative. If I truly dislike my tag fanbase, I wouldn't have streamed a Tagalog before I took a break."
Tagalog, not Tagalog. It's Tagalog. Fucking it, dude. Such a... He fucking says Tagalog. It's Tagalog. That's the. God fucking it, dude. I feel like if King was here, he probably would get so offended, or any of my Filipino audiences are gonna be like, I'll be like, they're fucking like getting upset. They're getting triggered or so for this one. Oh my god, dude. God, that's so funny.
Break. Heck, I wouldn't even try to wake up early just to stream their time zones. I also made more creative tag streams than anything. TLDR, stop making shit up just because you have nothing else to cover for your content and watch streams.
You know what's funny is she thinks like people are you know, people are like twisting and everything. These are your own people. These are like your Filipino brothers and sisters. Like these are people from the Philippines, you know? Like these are like your Filipino fan base. They're not like, it's not like this person Hero Hey has, you know, decided to blatantly think that he's twisting the words. No, he's literally reading from comment sections or so, specifically from other parts of like social places, you know.
I think there may have also been some other people that covered the situation, but I saw this tweet a couple days ago and thought absolutely nothing of it. I had no clue why people were making it such a big deal, though I do know people like to just dunk on Millie, though I don't know why anyone made it about her race when the tweet had nothing to do with that, or her disliking her own race. When again,
Okay, let's go back a little bit, right? Let's just go back a little bit, right? Let's see. So
addressing an issue that she has seen with people, you know, taking something that she said out of context. She's quote retweeting a tweet she made that said, "You're not a failure, you're just in a difficult point in time right now." This tweet had a lot of people making fun of Millie Parfait. Hero Hey made a whole video about this and went over the comments of what people were saying to Millie.
Well, that tweet made its way to a Filipino VTuber group on like Facebook or something.
Filipino VTuber group. So this is people from the Philippines, okay? All right? This is not him, right? It's a group, okay?
Something, and the comments there are absolutely destroying her. Before we take a look at some of those comments, here's a little extra context from our Rosemi. This comment reading, "Filipinos are extremely prideful and are patriots to a fault. When we see a Filipino succeed, we're proud countrymen and women. But when you denounce the country like she did in the past, in saying that she's a Canadian and not a Filipino, when she was born and raised in the Philippines, you can be sure as heck the Filipinos will turn on you in a heartbeat." So when the Selene Niji drama happened, it basically broke the restraint, and now she's often called this term, which is used as slang for a beggar, as it came from Millie begging before her 3D, and a sellout. So Filipinos are either your biggest supporters as a Filipino or your most brutal and hateful critics. Alright, now taking a look at some of the comments in response once again to this tweet right here. "Oh Millie, you don't get to say such things when you blatantly defended your workplace that, I must remind you, you traitor, nearly indirectly murdered 7 different people." Here's some comments.
Yeah, because remember, I think if I remember correctly, she's the one that looked up or so, like, a black company, and she looked up the definition of what a black company is, and that did not age well whatsoever. She was defending Nijisanji, and we all know for a fact what happened in the background or so, specifically of Nijisanji or so, was not great whatsoever. So
comments breaking that down even further if you'd like to pause. This user
okay, so let's take a look at it real quick. Let's take a look at it real fast.
Murdered 7 different people.
We're gonna
Here's
take a
some
look at this
comments
specifically, right? Nearly indirectly murdered 7 people. What? 2 with Sudoku, 2 almost died financially, 3 died inside. Michi and Kuro are the financial ones, but who are the other 3? Nina, Pomo, and Kyo. They no longer see themselves at Niji EM. In case anyone here wondering who is being referred here, the list, Doki and Sayu almost Sudoku themselves after being thrown under the bus and slandered by their co-workers at Nijisanji. Michi and Kuro almost get into jail or at least serious lawsuits for intentionally tax evasion planned by Nijisanji. Mint Matara have been mentally abused and have both their dreams and confidence got shattered by Nijisanji to the point they felt their existence is useless and worthless. Can say the same for Quinn, as his character still a bit sketchy to say the least. There you go.
Breaking that down even further, if you'd like to pause, this user making.
So yeah, like I said, that's basically it. So it's literally the Filipinos are going at it. So
race. And again, the tweet had nothing to do with that. So yeah, please let me know what you all think about that situation down below. In other news though, we had Nijisanji's Shuyu.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of like missed the mark or so completely. Like it kind of flew over his head. You know, it's literally a Filipino group talking about it. So yeah, it's not specifically Hirohei, right? It's not like fucking like it's funny because like she says like, oh, this tweet just got out of hand and blah 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 blah. I'm like, Hirohei is just relying the news to us of what's happening, you know? Like he's giving us the news or so what specifically happened or so during the time of that specific, that tweet, right? And then well, there's a Filipino group that got their hands on it, and then well, Lord and behold, they don't like her, you know? Like just because apparently in the past, right? Granted, I don't know when this happened, right? She said she was Canadian or so. I thought she was Canadian or so, to be honest. So, but yeah, like I guess like she denounced herself from being raised in the Philippines to be Canadian or so, I guess, so I don't know how that thing ordeal, but if it is true, that is very bad because if you were raised and born in the Philippines and you denounce yourself and you're saying, "Oh no, I'm Canadian." Yeah, that kind of does look pretty fucking bad at the end of the day, right? So, like I said, it is what it is. So, what do you want me to do about it, So, but we'll see what's going on. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, like I said, it's just the Filipino are just against Millie or so, especially because she defended her company or so. We all know for a fact that did not age very well. And then well, the Rosemi thing is kind of stupid in my personal opinion. These people who are thinking like it's a big deal or so just because Japanese McDonald's or so just released a PNG or so of you getting hash browns or so. It's not that serious, okay? All right, it's not that serious, all right? But yeah. Anyways, you guys can tell me what you guys think about in the comment sections down below, and yeah, it's interesting. Interesting, I have to say the least. Ay. What a time we live, to be honest. What a time we live.